Hello dear learner, welcome back to the Zoom Chemistry Hub. Today with another interesting and fascinating video in which we will discuss and learn the method for the preparation of 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid and zero point 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. So first we discuss the preparation of sodium hydrochloric acid. As we know that the hydrochloric acid is present in dissolved state or in an aqueous solution. So its chemical reaction is that the HCl is already in a dissolved state when diluted. No chemical reactions occur. However, it dissociates into hydrogen and chloride ion in the water. As you can see that the hydrochloric acid is present in liquid state, and in the liquid state it is present in hydrogen ion and chloride ion. Next is the material required for the preparation of hydrochloric acid. As we know that the hydrochloric acid have 37% pure. Its density is 0.11 1.19 gram per milliliter and its molarity is 12. So we have to dilute it up to 0.1 molar in 1000 milliliter. For this we need distilled water, 1 liter volumetric flask, pipets, 100 milliliter beakers, measuring cylinder, glass rod and gloves or goggles for safety purpose. Next we will discuss its methods of preparation in steps, step by step. First we calculate the required volume of hydrochloric acid using the dilution formula M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2, where M1 is the molarity of concentrated hydrochloric acids which is available in our lab or we purchase it from the market. It's at that time its molarity is 12 and its V1 is the volume of concentrated hydrochloric acid which we have to be taken for the preparation of 0.1 molar, and M2 is the molarity, that is the desired molarity which we have to make or we have to prepare by 0.1, and the final volume V2, that is we have to dissolve this desired concentration into the final volume, that is our final volume is 1000 milliliter or 1 liter. So we put the formula as we have to calculate V1, so we write V1 is equal to M2 multiply V2 divided by M1, and by putting their values we get is 0.1 is the M2, 1000 is the V2 and 12 is the concentrated hydrochloric acid molarity. After multiplying and dividing this value, we get the 8.33 milliliter of hydrochloric acid which which we have to use for making 0.1 molar solution. Now the next steps is we take the water in a beaker. We take a beaker and we take some water in a beaker and we pour 500 milliliter of distilled water into this beaker and we add the acid in this solution, in this water, 500 milliliter of water. In the third step, we add concentrated hydrochloric acid to the water, slowly add and add 0.3 milliliter of concentrated hydrochloric acid to the water and while stirring continuously. Here is the precautions: never add water to acid. We never add water to acid to avoid splashing and heat generation. Then in the next step we transfer this to the volumetric flask, that is the 500 milliliter of hydrochloric acid solution. Then we transfer into the volumetric flask of 1 liter. That is and in the second step, in the fifth step, we make up to this volumetric flask up to 1 liter. That is this volumetric flask. We add 500 milliliter which we already dissolved in the previous steps plus 8.33 milliliter of water in a beaker and then this transfer into the 1 liter volumetric flask, and after pouring all this solution into the volumetric flask, then we add water up to the mark of 1 liter. So in this way we prepared 1000 milliliter of solution having 0.1 molarity. After this we labeled and store this solution in our lab. Next is the preparation of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. First we discuss its chemical reaction. As we know that sodium hydroxide dissolves in water by dissociating into sodium ion and hydroxide ion. When the sodium hydroxide dissolve in water, it dissociates into their respective ion, that is sodium ion and hydroxide ion. Next, what is the material required for the preparation of sodium hydroxide 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. The material required for this is the sodium hydroxide, distilled water, 1 liter volumetric flask, weight balance or weighing balance, 100 milliliter beakers, glass rod, measuring cylinder, and for the safety purpose gloves or goggles. These are the material which we have to require for the preparation of sodium hydroxide solution. Next is the procedure. So the first step, first we calculate the required mass of sodium hydroxide which we have to require for making or for the preparation of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. As we know that the molecular weight or the mass of sodium hydroxide is 40 gram per mole, and for 0.1 molar solution we have to calculate the mass. So for calculate the mass of sodium hydroxide by this formula, that is the mass is equal to molarity multiplied by volume multiplied by molar or molecular mass. Then we put the values of these into this formula. We get that is required mass is equal to 0.1 molarity that we have to prepare, and here 1 is the liter, 1 liter, and 40 is the molar mass of sodium hydroxide. We get the value of or the amount for the preparation of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide solution, that is 4 gram. So this 4 gram is dissolved in 1000 milliliter. We get the 0.1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide. Now in the second step we take the sodium hydroxide from the bottle in the lab. Then we weigh 4 gram of sodium hydroxide using a digital balance. After this we dissolve this 4 gram into the water, distilled water, and then we take 500 milliliter of distilled water in a 1 liter of beaker, and we add this dissolved sodium hydroxide, that is 4 gram which we have dissolved in the step 3, and we add this dissolved sodium hydroxide into the 1 liter beaker, and we add this dissolved sodium hydroxide 500 milliliter of water. Next step, then we transfer the 500 milliliter of sodium hydroxide which is present in this beaker, 500 milliliter of sodium hydroxide. We transfer this into the volumetric flask, pour the solution into a 1 liter volumetric flask, that is, then this solution is poured into a 1000 milliliter volumetric into a 1000 milliliter volumetric flask or 1 liter flask, and after adding this 500 milliliter of dissolved sodium hydroxide, we again diluted it up to 1000 milliliter or 1 liter. And in the last and final step, we label and store this solution in our lab. What we have to be deal, or we have to take the safety precautions. Always we wear safety gloves and goggles when handling the acid and base. Next, always add acid to the water, not water to the acid. That is the general rule for dilution acid and base. Handle the sodium hydroxide carefully as it is a caustic and generate heat when dissolved. And final precaution is that we have to use the formula when working with the concentrated hydrochloric acids. That's for all today, the learners. If you have any queries, please do write in my comment box. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share with your friends and fellows. Thanks for watching.